Hello, my name is Alfredo and I'm a taxi driver. So, a lot of people who claim to have some knowledge of anything nowadays, they start reading the Bible in Genesis and they read that God created the earth in 6 days. Everything, everything, and on the seventh day he rested. And they just find that so hard to believe. And so, because of that, they start disclaiming the scriptures. But look, first of all, we don't really know if it was 6 days, right? It could have been 6 periods, and then the word periods may have been mistranslated. Or, heck, it could be that it did it in 6 days. Or 6 days in God's terms is different than 6 days in our term. But why concentrate on how it cannot happen? Why not concentrate in how it could happen? Let me make this analogy. When I read chapter 1 of Genesis, well, there was a time in my life when I used to read Genesis 1 and think the same thing. But then with all the knowledge that I have acquired over the years, I could look at it and say, wow, data compression. There is an intelligence that in fact created or designed human beings. You'll get to see that just the way I have seen it. But for now, just think about this amazing thing. There is an intelligence that has the ability to do data compression down to the microscopic level. If you don't know anything about computers, then that term data compression means nothing to you. But if you are in the field of electronics engineering, the people that deal with data compression, you know what data compression is. And when I look at DNA, I see an intelligence that has the ability to do data compression to the microscopic level. Now, why the scriptures couldn't be the same? Why God would inspire Moses to write Genesis the way he did, and us not think that that's just one form of data compression. God is not going to put in Genesis, or have Moses put in Genesis, everything from soup to nuts on how the heavens and the universe and everything within it was designed or created, because it would be pointless. You got to have a starting point. You got to have something very simple that the general Doe could read and perhaps, maybe, start believing in God. Then later on, as the physical manifestation of all the knowledge that God has is expressed through us, in other words, as all that knowledge starts decompressing, as all that data starts decompressing, then we can look at Genesis 1 and say, oh, that was a form of data compression. That was a form of a summary. That was just a way of explaining it to simple people with simple minds. And later on, when those minds starts developing and evolving and getting more powerful, then they will be able to understand why those things were the way they were, why things happened the way they happened, why God had to inspire Moses to write the scriptures the way it did. It needed to be that way. It needed to be a very simple way for the time. And now we could look at it from a different perspective and say, okay, yeah, I get it. I see why it had to be that way. To hear more about these ideas, please visit mysecondchanceinlife.com and click on the Bible, A New Perspective. Thank you.